feel so hard, and a lion slowly forming like a boulder in my heart. So if you wanna fucking friend me, better give me all you got. No, I don't take this lightly, cause it's heavy, heavy friendly.
There is an eagle flying.
Hey everybody, welcome to Heavy Friending. A good, friendly welcome from your old friend,
Where
Joe.
are you picturing that you are right now? Because your eyes are closed.
Well, I closed my eyes because the listener has no sense of, so I'm trying to,
Put yourself in
myself
there.
in their place. Oh yeah.
That's
Then when I open my eyes, it's
me.
It's your face.
Your
yeah.
good friend Laura Lee Bishop.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. I kind of liked having my eyes closed, but I might have
I feel
fallen
like that's
asleep.
a dig at me.
Oh. No, it's
Let me
just
close my. Oh, it is better. Actually,
It's just kinda
I
peaceful.
agree. Yeah, to not see you.
well. Then we get to because a lot of the listeners probably don't know what we look like.
That's true. Well,
So
let's
when you just
describe.
hear-
So for me,
yeah.
I'm
Hi, this is what my voice
kind of
sounds
picture like a Jessica Rabbit type,
for me.
but with purple hair. And Joe is kind of a Roger Rabbit type, I would say.
Let's see. Here, talk like for a little bit. Do your
Oh, we're here to talk about heavy friending.
yeah. Okay. It's a little. It's definitely a Disney cartoon rabbit.
Yeah. Oh, me?
So I'm picking up on it, but it's the rabbit
No,
from
it's-
Bambi. It's Thumper.
Okay.
You're Thumper, and I'm the
You're
woodsman.
the skunk.
Oh, actually, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the skunk was cool. I remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome to the podcast.
This is heavy friending.
Do you like friendship? Then you're listening to the right show.
That's true. Yeah, we talk a lot about friendship on this podcast. And at the same time, we're working on our own friendship. Two strangers come together.
We come
issues. Together every week and time it out just perfectly. And here we are, Heavy Friending Podcast.
Time it out?
Yeah, we just make sure that we come together at the same time. Okay?
I don't
so
get
today, today on the podcast, you can play coy all you want. Today on the podcast, we are going to do something super fun and something I'm actually very excited about.
Wow.
We are going to do some astrology.
Now, some call it the Zodiac Killer.
Yeah. And he's never been found. Are you the Zodiac Killer?
Well,
You probably fit the profile they made.
a lot of people
The
fit
FBI
the profile. It seems like there wasn't that much information. Isn't that the problem?
Well, they have
we
a
would have
s-
caught him if they had a lot of information.
Sure.
Seems what else do they call it? Oh, horoscopes, zodiac, astrology. What's your sign?
I am the most powerful of all signs, of course. I am Leo.
And that is a leopard.
I'm a lion. And what are you?
I'm in like a lion and out like I think a crab
Oh,
because I'm a Cancer.
a little crab versus a big, noble lion. Interesting. We'll see how that pans out.
Some people love a succulent crab.
Sweet little succulent crab.
Is that a Irish? Oh, it's now it's French.
Les poissons.
It started
Les
Scottish.
poissons.
Now it's gibberish.
You know it.
Okay, I have a prediction for today's episode.
Okay.
And it's based on our horoscopes for today.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So here's mine because I'm born June 26th.
June 26th. Okay.
Our signs are back to back because mine's Cancer's June 22nd to July 22nd. Leo is July 23rd to August 22nd.
That's kind of interesting.
You're kind of piggybacking me, and
But
I think
you're
that
kinda-
makes sense.
You're kind of close to my sign, though, because you're right on the cusp, right?
No, I'm closer to being
To the
a
other
Gemini.
sign. Okay. Well, your sign's a water sign and my sign's a fire sign, too. That's interesting. We're like opposites.
Yes. So here's how I think the episode will go based on our two daily horoscopes. Mine says you are warming up in a group, getting more established, and becoming familiar with the dynamics at play.
Ooh.
Remember when you were a person on the outside trying to get in? This is cool.
It says this is cool.
Yeah, it's not a
That's
good
weird.
finish.
It's
It was
kinda like
going
they
good,
knew
and then
you,
it's
though.
like, this is cool.
It's like they knew you, that you would say something really dumb at the end.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, let's hear what Leo, yours
Okay.
says. You have major mojo to play with now, and you'll be attracting more attention on your projects and your general being. And don't worry about when you're going to be able to return all this attention. Just soak it up.
Oh, that's interesting because that's exactly what's going on right now in my life.
Your mojo is
No, my projects,
At
because
play?
the music video came out that you're in.
oh.
Yeah.
Well, then this should be my
and
my
everyone's
horoscope.
loving it. And I'm about to play South by Southwest,
Whoa,
an official showcase.
that sounds like your mojo's at play.
Yeah. My mojo is fucking on overdrive right now, and I'm so excited.
This is cool.
This is cool. Yeah. Yeah, you should just say that about everything for the rest of the episode.
This is cool, though.
Do you believe in astrology?
I believe.
The children are our future.
I believe. I don't know, because sometimes
And you and me.
When
Those
I was
are two Whitney Houston songs.
okay, just you asked me a question.
Okay.
And then you interrupted. Is that part of your sign?
Actually, I think it is.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. See, maybe I do believe it because, like, when I was researching my Cancer sign, I was like, well, some of these things seem pretty spot on for old JB.
Yeah. And mine was, I mean, I don't believe in it because, first of all, it's dark sided. We're tampering in dark sided stuff here.
Oh, is this a satanic?
I mean, I think there's some religions out there who are probably going to protest us as a result of this episode.
maybe they'll burn their iPods.
Yeah, but that's probably what they have actually.
Yeah,
They
I have an
probably-
iPod.
I still have one. Mine still works.
Oh, mine
They
still
used
works.
to make them good back then.
Oh, I had a Dell DJ
I had one
first,
that,
and I
yeah.
loved a Dell DJ.
I had one that was a off brand too at
well,
first.
Dell is a popular brand. Don't put down Dell. What'd you have?
Prism Durosport.
This is cool.
Why don't you tell me a little bit about your sign or what,
I'd love to.
And I do want to say, we put this into the special calculator that isn't just a regular one.
Oh, yeah.
This
It's a cool
took
calculator.
into account our time of birth during the day and the location of our birth and everything. So,
Yeah, so it's a little too much information.
yeah, they're probably stealing our identity.
I only read
It's like-
really the first paragraph.
Do you think it's weird that they asked for our social security number?
Oh, you were on the wrong site.
Oh,
Because
but they called and they said I owed money to the IRS.
was he a Nigerian?
Yeah,
prince?
and he asked for my mother's maiden name,
Yeah,
but he gave me some great insight
We're
into
gonna-
my sign. So
we're gonna want to talk off mic about your Equifax. You've been breached. Or is it Equifax? Who cares?
I don't.
Let's start, if we may, and I hope you'll grant me permission.
Let me think. I'll grant it.
Okay. I'd like to start by just saying some celebrities who share my sign, because then you're already going to basically know who I am.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
In no particular order.
Okay.
Thomas Hanks,
Okay.
Meryl Streep, George W. Bush, Bill
Cosby.
Bill Cosby, Elon Musk, and Janet Reno. And that's just a smattering.
Janet.
But I think we've covered every slot on the jar, you know?
We got it.
So you impressed?
Serial rapist, Academy Award winning actress, president.
Well, I didn't want to lie. I mean, he's a part of
who you
the
are.
cancers. So,
Okay, yeah.
You know, that's who
cancer
we're
on
talking
society.
about. But we've got some great, Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a Leo beat Tom Hanks.
A Leo celebrity.
Just one celebrity. Doubt it.
I'll look it up and I'll see if I can find somebody.
Okay.
What, you're going to sit here and look at me and wait for me to do it?
Well, yeah.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah. Just like make mouth noises on the mic. Were you like swallowing?
Do you know how many noises I've edited out that you've made?
Well, now you can't edit out your own noise because
I can edit out this whole portion, brother. This has never happened. This whole podcast, I can string together words that you've said.
you better not just
To
leave
make-
Bill Cosby and no one else.
That's what I'm going to do. It's just going to say Bill Cosby. And then I'm going to edit something together that says, is a great man and I fully support him.
Bill Cosby, he's a part of me. Bill Cosby is cool.
I could. And I think you've said all those words at some point.
Well, you could certainly take this as cool.
Ooh, Celebrity Leo. Celebrity Leo that can't beat Bill Cosby.
What? No, Tom Hanks.
That can't-
I don't know
in
why
your
you're
eyes-
putting Bill Cosby at the top of the list. He was at the
Because that was the only celebrity that you said. Remember?
Tom
That's
Hanks.
the only. I don't think the listeners heard you say Tom Hanks. I think they just heard Bill Cosby
This
over
isn't
and over.
funny, and I don't approve of this.
So, celebrity who can beat Tom Hanks. How about Barack Obama?
I don't know.
Barack Obama,
Divisive.
the best president who ever lived.
Divisive figure. Tom Hanks, beloved by all.
Well, I hope that that Barack Obama doesn't hear this podcast and
What?
hear you say
I
that.
think he knows
because
he
I
was
definitely
divisive.
want him to come on the show.
If you've seen Fox
Do you
News,
know
you
who
know
would-
he's divisive.
Do you know who would be great on this show?
Oh, who?
Barack and Joe.
That would be divisive.
God, quit it. That is
it.
cool.
This is cool
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
I like it. I mean, they can come, sure.
Okay, I'm going to read a little bit about my sign.
Okay.
Okay.
So you only have Brock. That's good to know. Tom Hanks, Meryl Streep. Go ahead.
It says, I like to give advice. I'm honest, frank, loyal, open, and sincere. I'm loyal and responsible to people I care about.
These are good friendship qualities.
I think they are. It
Yeah.
says, social relationships are extremely important to me. I'm charming with an easygoing manner. It's quite important that I'm personally popular and that I come across in a pleasant way. And I'm liked and appreciated. Sometimes vanity is part of the package.
Yeah, even the way you said that, we knew.
Well, I wanted
that
to
vanity was
sell
part
it.
of the package.
I wanted to sell it. I think
And
those are
how
great.
do you feel about that?
I think it's all true. I do like to be liked. It really bothers me when someone doesn't like me. In fact, I have a really funny story about when someone didn't like me one time. His name, oh, I guess I shouldn't say his name because it's kind of embarrassing, but I went to school with this guy and he used to wear this leather jacket that said Highlander, there can be only one on the back. He wore it like all the way through junior high and high school.
What is that a reference to?
The movie's Highlander.
What year is that
They're
from?
a big play. They come into play in this story.
But what year is it from?
90s.
Okay, but
there
it was a
was-
children's movie?
No, it's an action film. Sean Connery's in it. It's like about a time traveling warrior of sorts.
Because yeah, I've heard that a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he loved that show. So one day we're in
it's a
class
show?
and he was kind of a movie. You are driving me insane. We're going to get into these signs for sure because there's the dynamic here that is
Yeah, I
really
guess-
at play.
yeah,
And I
it's
don't know if
weird
it has
that-
to do with the stars or not.
It's weird that you wouldn't want to explain things to me and the listeners, but yeah. Let's just assume everyone knows.
They don't need to know the content of a film for this story.
I
They
just
need
feel like-
to know he wore a
Okay,
jacket that
gotcha.
said Highlander on it
All right,
every day.
fair enough.
Okay.
Fair. That's fair.
Yeah. So this young man wore this jacket every day, and one day we were in math class, and this is in high school, and he says to me, I said something, and he kind of rolled his eyes, and I said, "What's the big deal, man?" And he said, "I don't like you. You're a prep."
Oh. What
And
were you wearing?
First of all, I was taken aback by that because I've never even owned a polo shirt in my life.
What did you wear? What were you wearing?
I don't know. In high school, like fucking jeans and a t-shirt. I was pretty casual back then.
Okay.
So it bothered me. And I said, oh my God, he doesn't like me. Why doesn't he like me? I hated that. So I went to the movie gallery in my hometown, like a Blockbuster, and I rented every single Highlander movie. And there's several, 3 or 4 of them.
Oh.
And over the weekend, I watched all of them. So I go to school on Monday and I'm like, hey, man, watch those Highlander films. They're really cool. And he's like, ooh, he perked up really quickly and he like scooches his chair over and we're talking about Highlander. And I was like, man, there was some, in typical fashion, there's some pretty raunchy sex scenes in that thing. And he goes, yeah, showed lots of hairy pussy. And I just went, oh. And that was it. That was it for that brief friendship. But it just goes to show you that it is true. It is very important to me that people like me, to where I dedicated an entire day of my weekend to watch these movies just because I knew this kid liked them. And he also liked hairy pussy. So
Yeah. That actually does say a lot about you.
it does. And it was sad because we could have been friends, but it's
just weird. I take no for an answer. I don't know if that's a Cancer quality, but if someone's just like, no, I'm fine with it. I'm like, cool.
I understand I understand the concept of consent, But when someone doesn't like me, I want to.
That's not what I was getting at.
I want them to like me. It does bother me when someone doesn't like me.
Yeah,
what about your sign?
That is interesting. Okay, let me unfreeze my phone. Just give me 13 minutes. Okay. Sun in... Oh, okay. We have a strong survival instinct. We are protective of those we care about and of ourselves. We are quite reticent about sharing our inner selves to the rest of the world.
That is pretty crazy. That's you.
That's me.
That's you in a nutshell. Comedy corner.
Wait, what?
Because you're a crab.
Oh, my hard shell.
Yeah.
Crab.
Yeah.
Oh, my...
That's cool, right?
Hold on. We can't continue with that kind of
It's
joke.
just so funny.
I feel like people can't hear us now because they're uproariously laughing.
Let's pause for laughter.
Oh my gosh. Man.
Oh, they're probably still going, but we have to continue.
Well,
with the
especially
podcast,
they're still going because I bet people listen to this in groups. And so.
And then they saw the other one laughing.
You stare at your friend and then you're laughing and it's
Yeah.
contagious and it's cyclical. So they're still going.
Yeah.
So I don't want to continue with any other important information until we sort of
Just
vamp for them.
Yeah,
you know?
vamp a little bit.
This is when the band is just. Have you ever been in a musical before?
I have.
You know, when it's built in, it's just repeating. It's like two measures. That's what I'm doing verbally.
Yep, it's great.
And okay, I think we're good.
Cool.
We resist change and concern ourselves about being secure and safe in most everything they do.
Wow.
We are a sensitive sign, and we don't appreciate it when you are blunt with us.
Ooh.
Our reactions will depend on how thick a shell we've developed.
Wow.
We react by withdrawing and retreating, and we avoid direct confrontations almost as a rule.
So would you
This
say that's
is
pretty
cool.
accurate?
I think there's a lot there.
Avoiding confrontations. Come on, Joe. That's you.
That's me. I know.
I look for them. Like sometimes I get excited when a customer service person cocks an attitude with me because I'm like, now we're about to go, man. Let's get it going.
Yeah,
I get excited.
See, I'm just a sometimes I'm a soft shell crab, and I'm just sidestepping little.
Yep.
If you come near me, I've got that survival instinct. I'm going to pinch you. If you come near me, I'm going to pinch you.
Well, you have to ask first, but just make sure everyone's comfortable with that. And don't do it in the workplace.
My pinchers are extended if you come near me. You need to know you're going to get pinched. Then I'm going to scurry under just a sea boulder.
Mine says, now this is a negative thing, I guess.
I guess.
Well, it could be negative and positive. It depends on how you look at it.
Narcissism. I don't know.
It says nothing about narcissism.
Well, it implies it.
You can be very much tied up with appearances, your own and sometimes others. You have a very fine eye for style and enjoy pleasing surroundings. You generally dress well and enjoy a certain amount of luxury. Ooh, giving and yielding. They're generally open on a sexual level. This is important for you. In a quiet way.
Not.
In a quiet way. Listen, their fantasies can be far-reaching, intricate, and rich with emotion.
I don't even know what that means.
Be prepared for their displays. They will tell you about any advances made on them. Remember, they're just showing off to you, and it's likely harmless. It's a different story if you do the same, however. That's when you'll hear the lion roar, and no doubt, you'll want to keep those cats purring. Ooh.
Oh my God. What?
I don't really know.
When it says cats purring, does that mean
down there? I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what it's saying is maybe maybe some of my stories are tall tales. Maybe I'm just a little bit like a peacock with its plumage all out on display, but I'm just trying to get a little of attention, get a little rise out of you, and it's just harmless fun.
I didn't see a part where it talked about.
Don't you love the part about my fantasies, though? They're intricate and far-reaching.
This is cool.
It is. It is. What about yours? Does it say anything about your fantasy?
I don't know. I told you I only read about the first paragraph. But I do have some weaknesses.
Oh, yeah.
He is humble, timid, changeable, indecisive, lazy, oversensitive.
Indecisive, lazy, oversensitive, 100%.
Lazy? Mm-hmm. What have you seen? Easily influenced by the family, and sometimes, only sometimes, don't blow it out of proportion. It's sometimes.
What?
It's only some of the time.
What?
We're manipulative.
What was that?
Sometimes indecisive.
No.
Oh, I'm just timid.
Sounded like it started with an M.
Manipulative.
Manipulative? Manipulative.
It might say that. But sometimes, I want to emphasize, sometimes we manipulate, and that's okay.
Do you think that's true?
What?
Because you're the one who knows.
Oh.
Do you see that sometimes maybe you...
I don't attribute my manipulations, and there are many.
My manipulations.
I don't attribute them to my sign. I attribute them to being a younger sibling and observing how the older sibling just gets slapped. That was a good sound
Did you
effect.
ever get...
And then I would say, okay, I won't do that. But the little sneaky crab, he's going to crawl this way because old bro, he got slapped.
I wish you'd do that across your own face.
Why?
Did you get spankings as a kid?
We're not talking about fantasies again. You see? Now that's fun. That's timid.
No.
Actually there is a story my dad tells because I don't remember. But apparently, then
you didn't get your ass whooped hard enough.
It was when we were pretty young, because I think this probably had a profound effect on him. But after he spanked me one time for whatever, we had done, or I had done, he says apparently I didn't really react. And then I just turned and looked at him and I said,
"Why, Daddy?
Do you feel better now?"
Oh, God. The subtle manipulations of Joe Barlow.
Yeah. I
Do you feel better now?
And yeah, I think that was maybe the only time, or, one of the few times I had ever been spanked.
So it worked. Your manipulation worked. Even as a young child, you can't even remember you were that manipulative. Wow.
Hey,
that's something else. Okay.
Oh, did I mention George W. Bush was a cancer, right?
Yeah.
See, I think I for
it's
a little
weird
while
thing
I thought
to
of
bring up again.
Well, I'm just saying for a little I was thinking like with the manipulations and stuff. Like for a while I thought about being a politician because I was like, oh, I think I could work the system.
It says that my negative things are that I'm irritable and stubborn.
Yep.
At times.
Oh, these are
due to an inner restlessness that is hard to satisfy.
I don't care about what it's due to.
Weaknesses
I care about
of
that
pride,
it exists.
pride, vanity, arrogance, presumption, and disdain of others. So,
you do have a lot of disdain for others. Ooh.
Everyone does.
Yeah, but
I am
you're
open
very
about
critical.
it. Yeah, I'm open about it. That's the difference.
You examine people, and I don't even notice, and you're like, oh, look at that.
Yeah, and then you see it, and you're like, wow.
No, I go, okay, I don't care.
No, you're thinking it in your head. You just don't say it out loud.
No, I literally don't care about.
I'm just saying what everybody's thinking. Okay, I'm just saying what everybody's thinking.
Yeah, I don't. I think
build that
I don't
wall.
Think about them. Oh, yeah.
I do want to say here at Heavy Friending,
it's an inclusive space.
I don't want to speak for you, Joe, but I think that I will. We don't support the wall. I want to stress that. All jokes aside.
Well, because we don't need a wall in some places. There's streams. There's natural barriers. There's a mountain.
Yeah.
So
I'd rather have a lot of guys with guns just kind of stand in the vicinity.
Yeah.
Right?
So we don't need, I think the definition of wall.
It could be a lot of things.
It could be a lot of things.
Yeah.
It could be electric.
Kind of like the wall you've built up around you and your heart. And
I think that's why I'm a fan of the wall.
Here at Heavy Friending, I'd like to say one more time, we are not supporters of the wall. Okay, can you co-sign on that with me?
Fine, but can we at least agree to lock her up?
No. So I think that one thing that we can talk about now, because this is, actually, let's take a break. Let's take a little break. Yeah, because
you were looking
this is all
tired.
very dark-sided. And so I'm going to get some sage, maybe, sage out a little bit.
I brought a little canteen of holy water.
Oh, yes. And I would love you to throw that on me because I've got demons.
I'm excited to see if it comes off as steam immediately.
Oh, there's going to be burns and lacerations all over my body.
All right. Well, let's take a break.
Yeah. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Heavy Friendly.
And that's a little skit we did. We wrote that.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember the last 5 minutes.
Welcome back to the show. We're talking about the stars. Man, there's so many of them.
Mm-hmm.
There's also planets.
You can buy a star and name it. Wait, I don't know if you can just name it or buy it.
Well, it's a scam.
Yeah, like who owns the fucking stars to be able to...
Elon Musk.
Probably.
Because he's going to touch them all. He's going to do the old, I licked the cookies, now they're mine.
So we, that doesn't deter me at all. But so we are going to talk a little bit about our compatibility, because there was a compatibility aspect to this that analyzed your sign and my sign and how we work together.
And this is what is most important to us.
I think so. Yeah. This is important because I don't know how we're going to grow if we don't get over some of these hurdles that are facing us.
Yeah.
So, first thing, they are able to solve problems when they put their heads together. What heads?
I think the traditional head.
Okay. Respect for each other's intelligence. Good understanding between the two persons and intellectual interests in common. Similar or harmonious type of curiosity. I think that's true for us.
I wasn't listening, but what?
This is the problem right here.
I was pulling up something else, but
What are you pulling up?
just a website that I like.
Is it Pornhub? What is it that could be more
No,
important?
it's just a different. Well, it's not more important. It's just.
Did you see the issue here?
What's the next thing?
You are not engaged. You are not present.
I should have done this over the break. And
Yeah.
that's on.
Well, I don't even know what we did over the break. I can't remember any of it. I just remember saying, "Well, be right back."
Yeah.
And then you pulled something out of your pocket.
Yeah.
And
that's
next, it all went black.
Yep. So, anyway, what were you saying?
Well, the listeners already heard it, but I guess I'll read it again.
Or just show me the screen or whatever.
They're able to solve problems when they put their heads together.
Oh, I did,
Respect
yeah,
for each other's
yeah, yeah.
intelligence.
Oh, yeah.
Good understanding between the two persons and intellectual interests in common. Similar or harmonious type of curiosity.
Curiosity.
Yeah.
You know, I have that. So
I do
great.
too. Mm-hmm. But curiosity killed the cat, and I'm a lion. So you have to be careful.
Oh, does it say that?
No, but it sounded like the way I said it, it sounded like it was part of like a horoscope.
If you
of
just
some
say
sort.
something matter-of-factly.
Like, but curiosity killed the cat. It says they don't easily offend each other, which I think is true, and instinctively understand what makes the other person happy. Conflicts arise, but they're generally smoothed over with ease, and there's a goodwill between them.
What if people who listen to this podcast were all only
Leos and
Cancers because they don't get offended too?
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Hey, email us, heavyfriending@gmail.com if you're a Leo or a Cancer, or if you're best friend, if you're a Cancer and your best friend's a Leo, maybe how your relationship is, if it's similar to ours.
Yeah, also don't email us, but
I would say that...
tweet at us. Do like a normal thing.
But I think it's interesting about our signs a little bit, because we, from day one, we kind of have had a mutual understanding,
D1.
I would say.
Somehow, yeah. Somehow you just know sometimes. Well, you were saying that you're a fire and I'm a water.
Yeah.
What are there other signs like a
I don't
dirt and a
Heart,
clouds?
Earth, wind, water, fire, and heart.
Is that right?
Those are Captain Planet signs.
Because I think mine would be a heart because I'm sensitive and
You're water
tender.
because you're a crab and you come out of the fucking ocean. That's why.
That's true. I'm wet.
Yeah. Well, in your hands. Oh my God.
Oh dear God!
Oh my God. It's
Stop
all coming
the podcast.
together.
Everyone, stop the cast.
Wow. You are a crab. Your hands are always wet, like and
Claws.
clammy.
And I pinch you.
This is mind blowing. It is dark sided.
And you have a mane.
I do.
Wait, horses? Do lions have manes?
They have a big bushy mane.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I know a horse was called a mane.
And let me tell you, it's so bushy. What? Yeah. So, okay, a little more about us.
Mm-hmm.
Keep expectations of each other and the relationship realistic.
What?
Try not to add pressure.
Hold on. Well, keep it real. Don't say we're best friends. We're gonna be best friends.
I think that you're the one that's not real, because we are best friends. You're the one that's not being realistic or honest with yourself.
my best friend is gonna be mad at you.
Who? That's a question. I'd love to hear about this best friend. I'd love to just one time hear their name even.
I don't want you to know because you know what you're going to do? You're going to look them up.
Definitely.
Him or her up.
Definitely.
And then you're going to have a snide comment.
They have good intentions towards each other, but they often promise more than they can deliver. They make big plans that often fail to be realized. When one person wants to spend together time, the other feels restless and dreams of being somewhere else.
Wow.
Freedom versus closeness is a conflict that arises often in this relationship. Wow.
One
freedom
and then the other.
Versus closeness.
I'm
argued
free.
that closeness is freeing.
I'm a free crab.
But someone argued that getting close to someone is the most freeing thing in the world because you can finally truly be yourself.
No, they don't.
Some people would argue that.
No, they wouldn't. That doesn't make sense.
It makes a lot
Here's
of
what's
sense.
free. I have my own code, and I follow that code, and I'm free. The ocean.
The ocean.
I'm out there swimming away. What are you doing?
You're
on the
scurrying
beach.
around. No, you're scurrying around on the bottom.
I'm a
That's
bottom
what
boy.
you're a bottom boy.
I'm a bottom boy, and you're a beach.
I'm a big top. And
You're on top. You're on the sand.
no,
you're
I'm
a
the top.
sand.
I'm the
Actually, I
king
guess
of
you're
the
in
fucking
what are you, in a
pride.
jungle?
I'm the king of the
In a
fucking pride. I'm
safari?
a top if there ever was one. I'm a fucking power top. They have good. Oh, I already read this one. The union can be favorable. Can be favorable
Union.
if the two mutually respect each other. Oh. Okay.
So that's why we're doomed to fail.
They both like their independence, their freedom of thought and action. The relationship may be marked by distinct philosophical interests and unusual ideas or belief systems. Ooh, we both have some unusual ideas, I
No,
think.
you have just strong opinions, and I'm okay with you expressing them.
I think you're a little weird.
I'm a
but
timid little crab.
You're
scaring me, and then I'm like, okay, let her talk. You know, once you've been to the bottom of the motherfucking ocean, maybe then you will see what I
But once you
see.
stand at the top of a big rock with your son,
I can do
and
that.
you say, "Listen, Simba, everything the light touches is ours." What's where the shadow goes, Dad? You must never go where the shadow is, Simba.
Yeah, I don't think you were quoting it properly, but
Everything the light touches.
how about this? Under the sea. Take it from me.
Darling, it's hotter down in the water. You're a little
It's not
you're a
hotter
sensual little crab.
necessarily.
No, he meant hotter. You know,
Oh, like,
Ooh,
well,
yeah.
they had a spawn, and there's a
under the
season.
sea. Maybe it's a euphemism. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me. Hey,
Is he a crab or a lobster?
he's a crab.
Well, then, yeah.
Right on, man.
We got probably one of the best musical numbers in a film.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. That whole movie is just phenomenal.
No, not really.
It's
I
you're
would-
contrary. Does it say you're contrary?
No,
Does
I
it
would-
say that you always have to choose the opposite?
I don't choose the opposite. What's the opposite of Little Mermaid?
No.
Big Mermaid?
No, big person that walks on the ocean, on the land, and is a man.
Hercules.
That's a good one too.
I don't like Hercules that much, though.
You're hateful. Does it say crabs are hateful?
We're pinchy.
Yeah, you are.
You
are
come at
pinchy.
me, I pinch you.
But can't you? Will you ever open up enough for me to take you and put you in a boiling pot of water and just eat you right up?
That's the problem. We live in fear
I want to consume
because
you.
we're delicious, succulent crabs.
It says both are strongly loyal, even to the point of possessiveness.
What I wanted to read to you is who my ideal best friend is based on the zodiac killer.
Okay, well, tell me.
Best friend? Sagittarius. Because Cancerian people are typically more introverted in nature, they will almost always enjoy the company of Sagittarii, as they too enjoy more introspective thinking. So
I think that's total bullshit. That is such total bullshit. Like, let's take two people that are exactly the same and put them together. Let's not challenge, the other person. Let's not create a little bit of, let's not rock the boat. Oh, let's just keep it simple
we're
and calm. No, that's bullshit, Joe.
the Sagittarius is known to be very philosophy oriented, and it will surely spark my mind. I want to be sparked. by a Sagittarii.
Why can't a Leo spark you? Why can't I
Leo's-
spark you?
You're not sparking. I didn't write the article. You're just not sparking me.
Well, what does it say about me and what
Okay,
my
hold on.
friendship should be?
Okay, your best friend?
Yeah.
Capricorn.
Little Cappy.
I don't know what dates that is, but while Leos might be very self-centered, driven toward being the star of the show, Capricorns are very selfless friends who will help balance out the at times pompous nature of the Leo. Your
You're just
pomposity.
fucking getting such a boner for this, aren't you?
No,
This is like
What do you mean?
you're so fucking loving this, aren't you?
No, I'm just reading this website.
No, you're loving reading that you and I aren't supposed to be best friends. You're loving, calling me fucking pompous.
I'm not
It's
calling
just-
you. I'm certainly not calling you. And we don't believe this anyways. We don't believe it. So, pompous. That's their words. And I wouldn't say that, certainly.
Joe, do you think that astrology has brought us closer together?
Yeah. I feel pretty good now. Tom Hanks, Meryl Streep, tender, timid, feeling, a deep thinker, spark me,
Bill Cosby.
Shell,
Bill Cosby.
and
Bill Cosby.
I'll pinch you.
Yeah, Bill Cosby.
So, I feel good. I don't know if I feel closer, but I do feel good. Like I'm energized.
I do not feel closer. I feel further away. First of all, the stars have not aligned for us.
Oh, have you been saving
Second
that?
of all, no, that just came to me.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not manipulative. I don't think of things I'm going to say later to, to jar someone or to
Manipulate
throw them
a
off.
joke. Yeah, joke telling is manipulation. It is. Good point. You were saying.
I like how mid-sentence you changed your mind. You did a complete 180. Like it began 180. And
I'm
by the end you're like,
indecisive.
okay, yeah. I feel further from you also just because of how you've acted for this whole thing. You're just, I don't know how it doesn't say smug.
Well, that's just a
Know-it-all
trait
on
specific to
yours.
me.
Yeah, I guess.
You don't have. I'm not a textbook
Right.
cancer.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
But I hope you and the Capricorn. I think you guys will have a great
well, it's nice
relationship.
because we're going to have a break now, the two of us. I'm leaving to go on my honeymoon. I'm going to be gone for a month. And
I'll be here.
you'll be here by yourself.
Probably try and meet a nice Sagittarii.
I thought I was going to say
Sagittarius.
young lady.
Well, if she's
Up
a
to.
Sagittarius.
Yeah.
Even better.
So we're going to actually go on a break, guys. We won't be back. We'll be back in April. In the meantime, if you
you're
visit,
a Sagittarius, just email me. We can have.
God, this is not
hang
your
out.
fucking dating show,
We could
man.
start a
this isn't
podcast.
your dating show, okay? This isn't
I'm not
get Joe
trying
a
to
fucking
date.
date.
I'm trying to get a friend.
Well, listen, if you reach out to us at patreon.com/heavyfriending, if you pledge any amount of money,
Whoa.
from when this episode airs until we come back from our break in April, you will receive special content that is our voicemails from each other over the break.
Oh.
If you pledge any amount of money to Heavy Friending, patreon.com/heavyfriending. Thank you guys so much for listening to the podcast. We're going to miss you so much. Joe, are you going to miss me on the break?
Yeah, probably.
I actually think I'm going to miss you too, man.
Okay.
Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next time.
I want to know. I know all your secrets. I know about what you think about mommy.
What are you? The true Laura comes out.
You're not even going to help her? You're not going to
No,
exercise this demon?
I know I know this is
How
full
could you?
Laura.
That's the opposite of, isn't that the opposite of like Improv 101? That someone does something like that and you don't play along with it? Didn't you learn that at improv school?
I wasn't good at improv.